next generation, whatever that's going, like whenever that's going to come. And at this point, the way this gen has been going, y'all better get y'all PCs ready, bro. I'm telling you.
Game still with another W, man. Even you ponies ain't even confident in the direction that Sony's trying to take you, because they understand that all PlayStation is going to do is copy what Microsoft's doing, and you guys are going to be still here arguing about the same garbage. Like I said, PC is the future of gaming. I've called this out before anyone. Y'all know this. I've always said that the direction of gaming will go towards PC. Essentially, it'd be a one set-top box to where you'll have access to all your gaming needs. These are things that I've been advocating and stating almost every single one of my videos, man. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say, well, there's no reason for a console. Yes, you can still pick it up, play it now, enjoy yourself. That's why I'm always saying just play your games and have fun. But unfortunately, you guys want to engage in console wars and be on Twitter acting as if you have some form of console war ammunition, when in reality, none of this really matters anymore. Because at the end of the day, there's still great games, mostly provided by Nintendo and Microsoft, that you can play. And you can tell, Sony don't even really care about bringing their own games, man. You know, the days that we talk more about Xbox games on PlayStation than the games that Sony is creating themselves is obviously a huge problem as to what's going on within our gaming community.
Y'all suckers better get y'all PCs ready, because come next generation, I truly feel like the only things you need going into 2029, 2030, whatever, is a PC and a Nintendo Switch too.
But what about Grand Theft Auto 6? He did say 2029 and 2030, which also would mean that GTA 6 would be out on PC, which also beats the purpose as to why people picked up these consoles in the first place. And what's even more funny, the only thing that I'm kind of saddened about this, because unfortunately I hate to say it, you PC gamers like to cheat on these games, man. I play Gears of War on console and y'all still cheating. It's ridiculous, man. And I will say that if consoles do cease to exist in the traditional sense, I'm not going to really be playing online anymore, man, because it's already as bad as it is. And what's even more sad, that if you try to play with just people on your console, you're not going to find anybody because everybody's playing with the crossplay. Now, I don't mind crossplay between consoles. I just don't like it between PC. And I'm not trying to sit there and undermine anybody that doesn't cheat on PC, but y'all know, man, there's a lot of cheaters on PC, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting to the point where it's like you can't even enjoy an online game anymore, mostly due to these people. But that's not due to console wars. That's just due to it impacting my overall experience. I mean, it's bad enough that NBA 2K25 is crossplay between PlayStation and Xbox, but no PC. And people are like, why? Why not on PC? Because PC gamers like to cheat on that game. That's the reason as to why it doesn't have crossplay. It is what it is, man. So, like I said, bro, I don't care where consoles go. I really don't care what type of box that I have to play on in the inevitable future. But the one thing I do care about is my online gaming experience. And unfortunately, I think the direction of PC is going to ruin that unless these companies do something about it.
The way that Xbox is looking right now, it wouldn't shock me not one bit if all of their games become available on all platforms.
I mean, Sony's planning to do the same thing, though. Why do you think Sony's putting their games on PC, bruh? And the funny thing is, he does go as far to say that, oh, I'm surprised y'all didn't see this coming with Xbox, but did you see it coming with Sony? Did you see Sony putting their beloved, right? I have to say stuff like that, beloved exclusive games on PC? Because the last time I checked, you guys said that Sony would never do that. And now that we've seen it happen, now, I'm not saying him specifically, but now a lot of ponies want to cap for it. You know what I'm saying? You go as far to say that PlayStation won what console war are you talking about, bro? It's not even about that anymore. Most people that pick up the console ain't even picking it up for the respected console's games. They're just picking it up for Fortnite, third party. You guys know the same exact games that I mention every video.
Now, which, and I gotta call out ponies for this too, but you got Forza coming to that PlayStation 5, aka that remastered Station 5, aka we looking for a live service game Station 5.
And you know what's even more crazy? Peep game. They know Sony can't do it. So if you notice, Microsoft is putting their own live service and subscription games, and they're going to capitalize on all the money that they're going to make from it. Now I'm starting to see what's really going on here. You ponies thinking that this is a good thing. But listen to what Gamer23 saying. Sony ain't even got their own game. You're going to have Microsoft put their own game on your own system, making microtransaction money off their own audience. Oh, well, we still getting that 30% though. Well, I mean, Microsoft going to be definitely getting more of that 30% when they got those microtransactions. You big dummies.
It's coming to PlayStation 5. I think it's Forza Horizon. I lost count at this point. Forza Horizon 5 is coming to PlayStation 5 this spring. And the crazy thing is, I'm seeing a bunch of ponies like hype this junk up, like, oh, we getting Forza.
Now they're acting like Gran Turismo never existed, man. It just shows you that y'all don't value your own games. And it also speaks volumes in the fact that, well, you guys would have always played Forza over GT7 if you guys had access to it. This is all that speaks volumes, because your behavior and your actions showcase that. When Hellblade 2 came on Xbox, honestly, I wasn't really excited for it. I did try it out, and I'm still not a fan of the game. So regardless if it was a timed exclusivity on PlayStation, it didn't make me want to play the game anymore on Xbox. I really just don't like the game, personally. It's not my type.
Xbox fanboys, we got these junk.
Y'all gonna act like Gran Turismo don't exist no more?
When all of a sudden there's suckers on PlayStation care about Forza? We always used to joke about Forza, how all of y'all suckers got is Halo and Forza.
Just goes to show you that they like those games.
Forza. No one cares about Forza. Now I see some of these same ponies hyping up Forza like, yo, I'm getting this junk day one. Ha ha, Xbox fanboys. We got another one of y'all get. Y'all don't even care about racing games like that. Not
well,
y'all.
I can't say that because they do buy Gran Turismo, but still, if anything, they care more about Gran Turismo than any of their other IPs. But it also shows that they only play Gran Turismo because they never had Forza. That's what it really means.
Oh. Like, stop it. Now all of a sudden you see this junk. Listen, Forza was, it was a solid IP for Xbox. Halos is coming to play. I've said this before. I don't care. Listen. I know there are no true exclusives no more in all of these games, or you can play on this platform and this platform. I don't care what no one say. I will never play a Halo game on PlayStation. I just feel like certain things are just disgusting.
Why? What do you mean? Like, you gotta explain that, man, because that's starting to sound like some real fanboy behavior. Now, mind you, somebody told me I should address this video. This one seems to be much more in a better light than I was expecting, but still, I still wanted to address it. What do you mean by that? It's not gonna play right on PlayStation? I'm having a hard time understanding what you're trying to say with this.
Like me playing a Halo game on a PlayStation platform, absolutely not. Pooey, get away.
Explain though. Like I see, this is fanboy behavior, man. That's like me saying I can't play Mario because it ain't on my Nintendo Switch and instead it's on Xbox. I need to have an explanation. Now, I could break it down for you. I mean, I couldn't see myself playing Halo with the garbage PS5 controller, but at least that's a reason, everybody. How come you won't bring that point up? It seems like, I don't know, man. It's like this identity politics. They need to have a system where they can identify. It's just weird. Because at the end of the day, if the game could play fine on Xbox, then it could also play fine on PlayStation. The only difference that I would see would be the controller. That's it.
For me, disgusting. I'm about to throw up in my freaking mouth.
Why would that make you feel disgusted, bro? Why? I see. This is why I'm having a hard time. This is fanboy stuff, man. As much as he's being neutral and subtle about it, but this is fanboy stuff. Okay. There should be no difference between the PS5 and the Xbox version of Halo Master Chief Collection. It shouldn't make you feel disgusted inside as to why. And the funny thing is, he's a PlayStation guy saying this. So I can only imagine what an Xbox fanboy feels. I don't get it. As long as the game runs well like it does on Xbox, I really don't see the problem, besides maybe you having an issue with the controller. But it shouldn't make anybody feel disgusted that they have to play it on another platform. So we're starting to realize that a lot of the reasons as to why you guys act like this, because in reality, you really don't like when other people play your games. And the same thing also applies to PlayStation. We're going to soon see that when Nintendo's out done with the Switch 2 completely and they push for that PC gaming architecture, we'll see if these Nintendos... I don't think they're going to care, though. I really don't think Nintendo fans are going to care that much, because I think they're still going to support their portable. If anything, they might even be more inclined to wanting to support it. I don't know. For some reason, Nintendo gamers are starting to seem more open-minded with things, which is actually quite sad, because I would hope for the same for Xbox and PlayStation gamers.
I play it on PC, which is I have been doing for these past freaking 5, 6, 7 years.
But it ain't an Xbox. So what's the difference?
But on PlayStation, Halo, there's just certain things like, ew, why would I play it here? So
I mean, but you have to explain, bruh, because at the end of the day, you can sit there and say, well, I don't need to play it because I have a better experience on PC. That's a good answer. Or you could say, I don't like the PS. I couldn't see somebody playing it with the PS5 controller with the 2 analogs on the bottom. There you go. But you're not explaining. You're just saying, oh, I don't think the game would be good there. Like, it makes me feel disgusted.
You know, but freaking Gears has been rumored to come to play. Like, all of Xbox's biggest franchises that they have had, you know, the few biggest franchises that they're dropping most of their games on PC with Game Pass, where you don't even have to purchase these damn games to begin with. What does Microsoft do? What can they do? Well, it looks like this is what they're going to do. But this ain't gonna be all about Xboxes. PlayStation also have had their struggles and stuff going on, where, you know, we all know what's been going on at a PlayStation. PlayStation, as far as exclusives, they ain't been killing it neither. I mean,
let's see. I mean, like I said before, you know, he's keeping it realistic. You know what I'm saying? There's a few things that I'm having issues with, but besides that, he's keeping it 100. Okay. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of stuff we need in this community. I really thought when somebody recommended this video that he was just going to go on a tirade, talk about an Xbox. He probably still goes as far to still console a little bit with the whole Halo being on PlayStation and how it makes him feel disgusted. But besides that, like, this is a very genuine video.
Yeah, we got Ghost of Yote to look forward to. We
Baby
know
steps.
That Insomniac is working on Wolverine. Yo, I actually feel like I'm getting like passionate about this stuff, because I'm like, dropping on PlayStation, their exclusive games are dropping on PlayStation and they drop on PC the same day, which the way this junk has been going, it would not shock me not one bit if another year or two, that's the direction that PlayStation is going in, because everybody is so freaking...
I mean, he's keeping it 100.
I just care about money now. Like,
it's always been about the money. It's the fact is that PlayStation gave y'all a chance, man. That's why when I sat there and told you, buy your own games, still with another W, buy your own games. Stop worrying about Xbox games. Go on to your platform. Buy your own titles to show Sony that we still care about your games, but y'all didn't do that. That's why your games are going to PC, because y'all chose not to buy your own games on your own platform. Just like you guys say, oh, Xbox, you know, y'all can't oblige your own library due to Game Pass Ultimate. The same thing could be said about you ponies. Not saying him specifically, but you PlayStation fanboys that didn't buy your console for your games. So Sony's like, we're spending $400 or $500 million on these games, and we're barely even breaking even on anything. That's what's making Sony not want to bring out games to y'all no more, man. So Sony's like, you know what? Screw y'all. Enjoy these Xbox games, because clearly you love Xbox more than you love us. So we won't fund you any games. We'll probably come out with a Ghost of Yote, and that's it. You could tell the way Sony's doing it. You could just tell they're like, you know what? Man, forget them. You know what I mean? Sony literally has so much disrespect from you guys, man. They feel it, bro. After not buying Astro Bot in the millions, they probably thinking, screw you guys. They don't care about you. Sony right now don't care about you. Microsoft right now don't care about you. This is what we was trying to tell you. At the end of the day, like you said before, they're going to chase that dollar bill, y'all. Because that's where the money is at. Money's at, because they realize that the fanboys that keep saying, oh, we're going to support you on Twitter, ain't none of them supporting them in the streets. Ain't nobody supporting them when they go to the store.
All about the money. It's about getting the most sales, the most profits. I get it, because it's a business. But you see how thirsty Sony is looking for a live service game and stuff like they.
And you know what, man? It would have surprised me if Microsoft and Sony talked about this and discussed it. Like, hey, because if you notice, Ever since they canceled them 10 live services subscription games, Microsoft says, oh, hold on. We could capitalize on this. You'd be a fool to think that they're not both in bed with each other, bro. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. Everything's starting to make sense. Y'all not peeping it? Have you noticed that ever since these 10 games that got canceled, that we're hearing about Forza Horizon, probably more likely more live services subscription games from Xbox? Microsoft's going to capitalize on that, and Sony's going to capitalize on that by having people pay money to them for online to play those same Xbox games. Y'all ain't peeping that? Oh, but they against each other. They fighting. That's what you people want to believe. I'm sitting there telling you right now here, G, that that's not what's going on. They're not fighting with each other. They're working with each other, and you fools think they fighting. Y'all a bunch of idiots.
Their profits. And what better way to do that than to have your games on every single freaking platform out there? So don't think that like I'm here to crap on Xbox. I mean, kinda, but this is bigger than just Xbox. Sony is also having a huge shift with, you know, what we've been accustomed to when it comes to their first part.
Keep it 100.
The exclusives. That excitement that you used to have as a PlayStation owner has been diminished a lot these past years.
Yeah, I would agree.
Years. That is just facts, you know. And then on top of that, y'all man, Herman Holtz.
Oh yeah.
This platform. Like, if there are no primary reasons to get this console or get this console, what really else is there? Yeah, of course you have the features out there, but it's like,
let's see. But there is Game Pass Ultimate. Microsoft is going to provide a box that gives you the best value to the third party and the first party games that they create. Sony don't have nothing like that. That's the biggest difference right there. So when you take the console, let's take the consoles out of the equation, and let's look at it 10, 15 years down the future when consoles cease to exist, right? What service are you going to subscribe to? Are you going to subscribe to PlayStation, or are you going to subscribe to... Now, mind you, there's no such thing as a console exclusivity no more. You can play all these games on one set-top box. Now, you have to ask yourself, are you going to get Xbox Game Pass, or are you going to get Sony Pass? We already know the answer to that. Y'all gonna get the Xbox Pass because it has the Call of Duty, it has all that other stuff. Microsoft has already secured the victory. So when y'all sit there and say, Sony won, Sony didn't win nothing because your franchises won't exist no more because unfortunately, Microsoft has took the frail. They got the most popular games. You think somebody's going to buy your appealing PlayStation Premium Plus when y'all ain't doing day and dates with games, when y'all barely even got exclusive games, when when Microsoft single-handedly took third party away from y'all? People are going to subscribe to the Game Pass Ultimate. Y'all know this. And this is what I'm saying. I'm saying this without a console. Even the biggest ponies alive would subscribe to the Game Pass. Y'all know this. So stop the cap, man. Microsoft is going further past the console because they realize that the consoles is just a setback. Sony realizes that consoles was only setting them back. Let's expand on that. Let's take our ecosystem and create one. But unfortunately, their games just don't have the same value. Even Nintendo games can get away with this. Sony's the only audience that they can't get away with a live services subscription, where they can get away with you buying the service and playing it for their said games. They can't get away with it. It's actually over for Sony if you really think about it. It's never over for Microsoft because as long as they got Call of Duty, that's going to be enough for people to support it on a set-top box that's not owned by anybody, Microsoft or Sony, and they're going to subscribe to that. That is the problem. This is what I've been trying to tell you, but y'all want to attach it to a piece of plastic. Now, mind you, if PlayStation gamers were buying Astro Bot 20, 30, 40 million, then this wouldn't be happening. But y'all ain't buying these games. This is why I keep emphasizing, buy your own games. Stop buying an PlayStation for Xbox games. You're only hurting Sony in the end. Because while our games exist, and you're funding our games, and we're going to still be, no matter if Microsoft has a console or not, and we still have our games alive, your games are going to be dead. Your games are going to be dead and gone and forgotten. This is what you're not understanding. But go ahead.
Xbox and PlayStation, when it comes to the hardware, they're kind of on the same level. I think Xbox might be like a little bit stronger, stuff like that. But when
does he not know the Pro exists?
There are no incentives to, I'm buying an Xbox to play this game, or I'm buying a PlayStation.
There really isn't. There really isn't, man. I mean, the only thing you can say about Xbox is the Game Pass and the value.
To play this game. Those days are over.
Wow. You know, everybody give Gamer23 a round of applause for keeping it 100.
They're over. And I don't know how y'all feel about that. I know some people do not care. It's like, hey, bro, if I can play on this platform and I can play cross-platform with my friends, that's all I care about. That's cool. But, like, what about the console war? I'm like, what
doesn't
about
exist.
The console war? What about the competition?
Now that is the one thing I do say I liked about exclusivity back then was that the companies were competitive. Like I went back and watched an interview with Sega Saturn, and you could just see how Nintendo and Sony was competing for that dollar from the fans. You know, we're never gonna go back to that, guys. You know what I'm saying? The fanboys are competing more than the companies. Okay, I don't know why you guys are fanboys to these respected franchises when they're not competing with you. They're not competing for y'all. Like you see, Xbox does, why don't they add Sony for their games? Because there's really no money involved in that. They're doing it for the money. Oh, but why is Sony putting game on P? Because they need the money. The end. It is what it is. They don't care about your feelings, bro. You don't sit there and see that, we got to work a little harder to make sure we get the quality up on PlayStation and everybody. They don't care, bro. They don't care. This is what you people don't understand, man. That era of what you guys remember in the 90s, which you can go back and look up documentaries back then, and you can see that there was that cutthroat business. They were really trying to give it to Nintendo a crash and all that. Those days ain't happening no more, man. The days of Sega is gone.
Like, what about, I got this game and our exclusives are better than your exclusives? Like, what happened to the game that
I agree. And that was going on a lot during the PS3 and 360. And to be honest with you, I think we all benefited from that. But unfortunately, the fanboys just kept opening their mouth and weren't open up their pockets. That's what happens. And y'all do, I'm not saying him specifically, but y'all doing it now on Twitter. You talk more about these games, but then when Astro Bot comes out, it's 1.5 million sales. You know what I mean? These companies are seeing that, man. This is hurting these companies. This is what's making these companies do these desperate moves because they see that they fanboys ain't worth a damn. You think Sony likes that you're picking up a PlayStation for your competitors' games? While their games fail and flop like Concord and you're sitting there playing Halo Master Chief? You think Sony really likes that? You think Sony cares that they had to cancel 10 live service subscription games from y'all knowing that y'all won't buy them? And instead you would buy Xbox games and support their own library. You don't think Sony says to themselves, I don't like y'all? So when y'all want to sit there and cope and cap and say, we got your Xbox games. Well, guess what? Remember Sony's thinking to themselves, screw you. That's what Sony's saying right now. It's probably something a little bit more derogatory. They're not happy with you. PlayStation is not happy with their audience. Microsoft, I think with them, they're happy with their audience, but they want to expand because they see that this is probably more beneficial to them. And that's it. I just told you. I just broke it down for y'all, man. But y'all still want to hold on to console wars.
Love. What happened to the competition? What happened to the gritty?
What happened to the competition is games like Fortnite came in and took over.
Now we all in this, kumbaya era. You can play here, you can play there. Y'all don't see the problem with this? I got a problem with this. I've just come to accept it. I've come to accept it.
I have an issue with it too, personally. And it's not because of being a console fanboy. Exclusives, if we want to sit there and talk about the best aspect of exclusives is what pushed the competitors to do stuff that the other company wasn't doing. Oh, you got Donkey Kong Country. Oh, we're going to put out Vector Man. Oh, what you think you're better with Mario? Okay, we're going to put out Sonic. That's what made gaming peak back then. You see what I'm saying? It's so funny but a game being exclusive doesn't automatically make the game good. Because even if Sonic was on the Super Nintendo, it would still been as fun as if it was on the Genesis. So I'm not saying exclusives give the game an extra oomph or value. All I'm saying that companies was doing these ambitious things because they wanted to flock the audience to their console. So back then it makes sense, but nowadays it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. And then on top of that, exclusives mattered back then because a lot of these games was originally developed with particular hardware. Now the hardware is the same. It's easy to port down games now. And any company saying that they can't do it, they're lying to you. It's so easy. But imagine making an N64 game and trying to get it to run on a PS1. You have to work around the game differently. PS1 had tries. Sega Saturn had quads. So that's another reason why games was exclusive, because if they planned the development for a particular console to port it to the other one, they would essentially have to do the code all over again. That was difficult for a lot of people. So that's why a lot of ports was different. You know, which, like I said, which I think honestly just helped benefit gamers. Oh, wow, you got the same Toy Story game, but yours played different and even got different stages? You know what I'm saying? That was cool. But we don't get that no more, man. If you get Halo on PlayStation, it's the same exact Halo on Xbox and PC.
Because we are in different times now. It is not the same no more with these consoles.
Tell them.
You got people saying, oh, we need a game and crash to happen. Like, suckers been saying it.
It ain't gonna happen. You're just gonna start seeing less and less games. But like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Somebody told me he was being a fanboy in this video. Maybe besides a few things, but this is probably the most rational takes that I've seen in this community because he kept it 100 in both respects. So like I said, there's nothing wrong that I can really say about this. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Hopefully you guys just accept the fact that console wars don't matter, exclusives don't matter, and just play your damn console, okay? It's so funny how people keep calling me an Xbox fanboy when I sit there with literally a PlayStation 5 controller in my hand, bro. Like, it just doesn't make sense, man. I got more platinums than your favorite PlayStation content creators, and yet for some reason, I'm still an Xbox fanboy. Like, you people really, really need to grow up, bro. Like, it's getting ridiculous, bro. Like, at this point, you people don't even know what you're talking about. I had a guy in my comment section talk about, oh, you didn't like Helldivers 2, you must be a fanboy. So because I don't like a game, that makes me a fanboy? I didn't like Indiana Jones on Xbox. So does that make me a PlayStation lover now? You people are losing the crop, man. You're losing it. You're losing your brain cells. You honestly need a mental evaluation at this point. Because if you're calling me a fanboy because I don't like Helldivers 2 because I said I prefer Earth Defense Force over that garbage game, I'm entitled to that. I picked the game up and I returned it because I didn't like it. And then he went as far to say, oh, well, you say, you probably be the same, but making assumptions. You probably be the same person and say you don't like Astro Ball because it's a kiddie game. Unlike Mario. I was like, bro, Mario's a way better game. Let's not front here, bro. Come on. Mario Odyssey is a way better game. Even the Kirby Forgotten Lands is a better game, bro. Astrobot is linear. The game looks good. It's probably, like I said, but man, come on, bro. Like, let's not go here, bro. Astrobot pales in comparison to even Mario 64 and even Sunshine, bro. The game has more in depth. You're literally walking through straight planes in the game. The game ain't even open, bro. What are we doing here, bro? Like I said, I like Astrobot, but it's just been a slow grind with me because I don't really care for the game like that. But come on, man. It ain't no Mario Odyssey, bro. Come on, ponies. Let's be 100, man. I'm not saying that you shouldn't like the game, but it's the stuff like this, bro, that I'm seeing in my comment section that makes me go like this. What? And what's even funny, I paid money for Astrobot. So why are you on my case? I'm the reason why y'all got 1.5 million. Shoot, maybe I should return my copy to be 499,000. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like I said, take care. Peace out.